Hello everyone, welcome to a new Paula's glass making video. Today I'd like to show you two things. I'd like to show you number one, what's in the contents of this box, and number two, how to make a fused glass Easter egg using my project kit from the comfort of your own home. So I will begin by showing you what's in my project box. Okay, so inside this box you will find everything, or nearly everything, you need to create some fused glass decorations, Easter decorations at home. Going to put that to the side so I can empty it. First of all, you will find an illustrated diagram like this showing all the materials and equipment you should find in your box, as well as a couple of little notes regarding health and safety. There's the one that says this project kit is not suitable for extremely young children or very young children. And there's one to children that says, young people, please work with glass safely and work with the glass with adult support. Okay, so this is a safe project for many children. However, it's really good to have parents in the room just to and working together just to guide young people appropriately. Okay, so there's that, and you will be able to use this to help you get organised. And there's also another document in here showing 3 illustrations of fused glass eggs that I have made already. Okay, there is a section that shows, that tells you about the process of making a fused glass piece of work and how it gets fired and how it be returned to you. Then there are instructions on the activities that you will do at home. Okay, so now we're getting on to the fun stuff. Oh, here's a pencil. Okay, so we've got a pencil in here. There are 2 uses for this. I will show them to you. One is quite obvious and the other one is less obvious. And the next thing in here, we've got some pieces of glass. That's called sheet glass. That's the white glass that has been cut into strips, and they have been put in the kiln already so that the edges are not sharp. I'll show you those here. Okay, so you can see they're not sharp. And they will be used for decorating your Easter eggs with. And further to that, there's some very fine, you have to be careful with these. If you are an adult, you might want to lead on this. Pieces of glass that are called stringers. And they create the most lovely sort of fine lines. I don't know if you can see them in this design here, but yeah, I really enjoy working with those. And they're called stringers. They will snap if you sort of, apply pressure, as you imagine. So please be careful, work with those stringers with care. I mean, they snap easily if you want to shorten them, but you should use something to protect your eyes if you're just going to snap them. Okay, I'll show you how to do that perhaps. Okay, there is a bag of this green glass here, and it's lots of pieces of glass. It is sort of granular, and this is the medium one, and I've popped this green one in separately because I've designed the box to be inspired by spring and spring garden, or just outside, the colours of spring. And I'm going to pop these onto a saucer here. You might want to do this. This is something that if you were making, you might want to get a couple of saucers out. There's lots there. Ooh. And that's for applying to your glass. I've made a little bit of a mess there, and you can see that for it when it's on your glass and it's been fired. In this example here, those fine green pieces. Okay, they are transparent, and that's really wonderful when you use these decorations as sun catchers. You hold them in the light or place them outside. There's a candy stripe bag, and that contains some other pieces of glass. I'm just going to get my tray. I like to have things on a tray. I like to stay organised. If you have a tray when you're making, that's super. Otherwise, you might just want to get a little kitchen board or a craft board. But there you go. Yeah, I've got my tray now. I feel so much happier. Okay, and you can see here, or can you? You can see here that I'm going to move this forward. I think that would be the best thing to do. But there's lots of pieces of frit here, and they've been cut into different sizes. I'm trying to, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but yeah. They've been cut into different sizes, different shapes, and they are soft around the edges too. I mean, not bendy, but the edges are not sharp. They have been softened in the kiln to get these sort of lovely rounded edges. So they're really quite nice. You'll find that there's some little squares, there'll be a few triangles like this one, and they are all the colours of spring. We've got this yellow marigold, we've got some transparent greens, we've got some transparent yellows, all that sort of good stuff. Okay, so there's and there's some pinks. See the pink here. There will be pinks. I wouldn't normally select this pink. I did have a petal pink selected first of all, which I really liked. However, from a distance, you couldn't see it very well, so there's some pinks there. So I selected the next tone down, which is a bit deeper. You can see it here, but the benefit of that is that you can see it from a distance. So that's that. And you can see that there's some craft tweezers in there, and you saw me using them for the purpose I intend you to use them for picking up your glass and dropping it onto the glass surface. There's another bag here. Inside here we have our shaped eggs. Okay, they do fit on there exactly, or nearly exactly. Okay, so you could, if you so wished, draw a design up inspired by both the images and the colours. First of all, just to get your sort of design ideas going. Spoon's quite handy, much nicer way for sprinkling your frit in place, and also you can use this end for moving things around, and a little pot of PVA glue, just like the old days when you did painting by numbers. Okay, I do struggle with opening pots. Haven't quite got the strength anymore, but it is there. Okay, so that's what's in the box. Now, if you were interested in making one of these fused glass pieces or you know, handful, whatever, you can contact me using social media, using my website, and order one. You can contact me and ask some questions. It might be that you want 3 eggs, you might want 2. Just let me know and we'll see what we can do. Oh look, I don't think I showed you the glue spreader. You have an option. It can be posted out to you, in which case it will come in a box similar to this. It will all be wrapped up and made good for posting. Or you can collect, if you live locally, you can collect one of these from my porch. It'll be in the porch and it will have a name tag on it. Once you have created your designs and your pieces of glass, with all the colours on, and I'll go into that in a minute, you will then need to get it back to me. So you can either just, again, drop it off in the porch or post it back. If you've chose the postage option, there will be a postal label in there, and so you shouldn't have any problems with that. Once I receive it, I will pop your pieces in the kiln. They will be fired to around 750 degrees centigrade, and it's at this temperature that the glass fuses, it gets warm, it softens, and it fuses completely to each other. So it sort of integrates and you don't have to worry about pieces falling off or anything like that. As you can see, it softens a little, so there are no sharp edges. I mean, there won't be any when you receive it anyway. But it's very tactile and pleasing to hold. I'll pop a ribbon on it. Your pieces will have a hole drilled in, so the ribbon will come through. It won't have a hook. And you can either hang it in the window, you could hang it on a tree, a little Easter tree in the garden, or you could adhere it to a greetings card and post it in a bubble wrap envelope. So I hope that you find that interesting. I will do a frequently asked questions document and pop it up online as well. Now, getting down to making, it really is, I would like to say it's simple. The process is simple. It's collage. You glue the pieces of glass onto the surface of the clear plate. The fun is in deciding which piece will go where. So you may wish to do some design work on the sheet. You know, look at the colours that you've got, be inspired by them. You might, I usually put 3 pieces in, so you might want to have one that's more of a geometric or organised design. I tend to think of gardens. At the minute I'm doing a lot of planting at home in seed boxes, so I'm tending to do things very organised, and I might have a stripy, I might have some stripes going across here. I might have some subdivisions with my cane. Excuse me, please. You can't see this, but I do need to make an organised one for myself. And then you might just want an abstract one. I'm thinking of a spring flower meadows, aerial view, this kind of thing. Okay, and then you might maybe from those two pick your favourite one and maybe combine one. So I think that's what I did with this. I had sort of quite abstract, free-forming seeds here, and a little bit organised here, maybe a garden border, maybe that's the front garden. So yeah, you can do a little bit of drawing, you can do some colouring, and that's a really nice start to get you in the mood. And then you can place your glass on and you can spread some PVA glue, the PVA glue that I can't open at this moment. I just have, oh yeah, there we go, done it. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, you don't have to go mad with this PVA. It will work slightly better if you choose to apply the PVA to the smoother surface. You just get a slightly better fuse then. But it's no problem if you don't. It's just one thing that I've been taught. But before I was taught that, it was just fine. Okay, so I quite like to have a border. I say I quite like to have a border around the edge. I often plan not to go right up to the edge, but then I usually break that rule. But that's okay. You know, you can break rules. You can keep developing your design as you go. You can then place it on top of your diagram if you so wish, and then you can begin to apply your small pieces of glass. So now, where have my stripy pieces gone? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to begin by applying these 3 pieces of white at a jaunty angle. Okay, I don't like things super straight. You'll never get them right anyway, but I just think they're more fun if there's a bit of movement in, particularly a bit of upward movement for energy. So there we go. Let's do one more. I'm trying not to have these slide down while I hold them in place. Okay, this glue does tend to dry in about 15 minutes. It's good to use a PVA because it gives you a working time. Some people use other glues that are instant drying, but on the whole, I find this to be most suitable. Now, I'm going to work with the garden green, the spring green garden grid. I'm just going to empty the sachet a bit more into this saucer. I do ask that if you have any materials left, if you could return them to me, that's a great help because it helps to keep the materials in use and also help to keep the costs down because I do restock. Okay, I always put a little bit more in, especially of the different colour pieces, so that people can choose. I mean, I might like pink, but you might not stand it. So anyway, here you go. Just going to do a little bit of sprinkling. Oh, you can't see, can you? Oh, I'll do it and then I'll hold it up. I'm just sort of sprinkling, just like you would if you were doing fairy cakes. Okay, I'm not at this point using tweezers. Okay, but if you were going to use cheap tweezers just to refine where your pieces are, you can just move things around. You can also use the pencil, either upside down or the point. I've put a pencil in. I used to put cocktail sticks in, but I'm finding that the pencil is it is more ergonomic and just more pleasant to hold. And these pencils that I have here are slightly broader, and so they're even more than the normal pencils, even more pleasant to hold. Okay, the thing, if you think about principles of design, of principles of making, you're making with glass, and it's fantastic to, highlight or celebrate the characters, the inherent characteristics of the glass. So you might think about really spacing these out and allowing the clear glass to be celebrated as well, and it will just provide that contrast and make for a much finer design. This is especially important or relevant when you're using the opaques, the glass that you cannot see through, to think about space, so that light can pass through your pieces at different points. So I'm just applied a little bit there. You can apply lots more. You can really titivate it. It's entirely up to you. Now this cane, I did say I'd show you how to snap it. So you want to just probably make sure that you've got something on to shield your eyes. I don't think you need full safety glasses, but there you can see. I'll just do another one. This one is super fine. I think it's 0.5 millimeter. And this one is a little bit thicker, and you will get just a little bit of debris from your leverage. So if you do it over a saucer, that's really super too. So again, you can just sort of apply these. It's really nice to think about sort of little things in the garden or little events in the garden. While you're doing this, it might be that you're putting stakes in, it might be that you're putting little name tags in along with planting your seeds, that sort of thing. And be yourself when you're designing. I mean, I can be quite fastidious and go, oh no, I don't like that piece of glass there, and it's like a millimetre piece of glass, and I'll move it a millimetre another way. But, it's really up to you. Some people like to get the job done in 5 minutes and, have the chaos of that. And some people enjoy, the control of being able to place something exactly where they want it. They find that so... And I'll probably take it in turns. I like a bit of chaos, and I like the control as well. It really depends. Perhaps it just reflects your mood. You will find that you will need to just apply little dabs of PVA as you go. Okay, so I think I've done enough of that now. So now I want to get to the larger pieces, what I call the sort of sweetie tray. Okay, so I did say it might be nice to have another saucer. I also like working out of my hands and just pretending that I've got, I don't know, planting seeds. Okay, the other thing that you might want to do is just put a little bit of glue on your glue spreader and leave it there, and that way you can, with your tweezers, you can sort of pick a piece of glass up and just dip it onto your glue spreader, so you've got ultimate control. And you don't need a great deal of glue, just a tiny amount there, and then you can just drop it into place. So I think I'm going to go for, because I've had green on the surface already, I'm going to go for some blues first, and then I think I'll have some pinks, and then yellows. Okay, and I'm sort of just paying attention to the size of objects, so that I haven't got, one piece of glass with just great big pieces on, and try to sort of create something quite rhythmical or lyrical. And once I've got them on, I will move them all around and refine things. So I'm just going to wrap it up in a moment, because it's been a long video already. Again, try to remember to use both the transparent glasses and the opaques, probably in equal parts, you know. So I say to myself a third clear, a third transparents and a third opaques, and it just sort of gives quite a balanced little abstract composition. So how about if I do this? Let's see, dodgy. There, I'll hold it up. And I'm going to leave it there. So you can see that it moves and you get the move in time. I'll let you think about that. Think about your designs. You can refine them, I assure you. And enjoy your day now. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.